perhaps what illustrates this idea of an illusion is, in this time that we are living in, is the money. Now, the people who are ruling us in Malaysia, they say this is real. Okay, and because it's real, then the central bank holds assets based on this currency. Because it's real, then the banks hold reserves on these assets, and they call this currency ringgit, which is backed by this fantasy money then. And then the rest of the population, then they receive loans to purchase the house on this money that doesn't exist. And then because this money doesn't exist, then it multiplies the prices of things. So the people spend to pay for a house, they end up paying 10 years of their labor because the house has increased in value, and has increased in value because there is more mortgage available, and therefore more money into the market, and therefore the prices have gone up. And the salaries haven't grown up at the same speed. And then you go to the shop and you find the things more expensive, and you cannot buy the same things that you could buy before. And they say this is all right. This is how it is. You know, this is, you know, it's just normal. And in this thing there is an enormous injustice, because although there is growth, but the growth is totally impaired, is not balanced. So the United States of these benefits from every ringgit spent by every Muslim in this country. When the United States bail out Goldman Sachs, which by the way have an impressive pile of trillions in these websites of their, you know, the derivatives assets. Only Goldman Sachs is the number one. No, JP Morgan is the number one. And JP Morgan made $1 trillion speculating with food last year. Speculating. And Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, you cannot sell gold except hand to hand. And that's real. And what these people are selling is not real, because they say, I'm selling you 1 ton of wheat, but that ton of wheat doesn't exist. It's just a fantasy. So they are trading with commodities, not just money, false money, but then false commodities. But they are making money on it. So this money then means that they are earning from us. So they are parasites within the system. But at the tune of 1 trillion, only this company is bigger than Indonesia. And Indonesia is 220 million people. And these people produce twice as much. You see, and they still tell us that this is rational. And when you tell them, they say, yeah, but you have to be practical. And then we send the children to the school and we teach them how to think rationally. And rationally means absorbing this type of logic. So then you take your children and you tell them, but Allah says riba is haram. And they say, but father, you are antiquated. You don't understand. If this is over, you know, riba cannot be haram now, they say, astaghfirullah. And then the people, there are some among they say riba is haram, but it cannot be that bad. So they say riba is haram, but it's not like that. So they make a new version of riba that is light. You know, so this is light riba. So they just change the definition. And they say this is riba, but only a little. Or they say we do riba, but we really don't intend to do it. Or they said we do riba now, but we will not do it later. And so on. And that is part of the illusion. They think they're going to be judged in terms of what they think about themselves. So in other words, they are judging themselves, thinking that is Allah's judgment, and that's another illusion. And the illusion builds upon the illusion. So until everything is an illusion, it's so much so that if we were to look into it, we will be horrified. But don't worry, everybody will look into this, because the veils will be removed, and that's what the Day of Judgment is. It will come upon all of us, and we will see this reality without any veil. And that day, everybody, without any exception, will be crying, because we will be saying, this is absolutely horrible. I didn't see any of it. And what we have now is the opportunity to remove this illusion. So it becomes therefore very relevant for Sufism that the sheikhs in songs, they will teach the students is that remove the illusions. Remove the illusions. Get rid of them. Wake up. And they said, you have to remove the illusion so that the light can come in. So in other words, there is no light in the illusion. Remove the illusion so that the light can come in. The light is what we are longing for. What you are searching for is that light. And then you can unify the opposite, he says. When you eliminate, when the longing is for Allah, then the longing, then the illusion disappears. Longing for knowledge. So all you need is longing for knowledge. The heart must long to have knowledge. You don't have it. It doesn't matter you don't have it. We know we don't have it. But your job is to long to have it. To long to have it. You don't know. It doesn't matter. You long to know. You long to know more. You long to go beyond your capabilities. And that is where the knowledge comes in. The result of which is light will come to your heart. Then he says, it joins the opposite in the vision. It unifies Allah and it undertook action. Now this is very important, because you see, realizing that something is an illusion is only part of the story. For example, the people who have written this website regarding paper money have shown a lot more understanding than many people that I know around. And yet, they are not capable of action. Because for action, you don't need, it's not enough to know what is an illusion. You know, you need the light. You need to know what is right. You need to know how to put it right. Otherwise, you cannot act. If all you see is what is wrong, you will not be able to act. What makes you act is to be able to see the possibilities. And to see the possibilities, you have to join the opposite. You have to see easiness and difficulty in different light. You have to see in difficulty easiness, and in easiness, easiness. You have to be able to find the path between these two, for they are both indications. You see, as long as you keep looking out, you're still not seeing the picture, unless you are capable to look at yourself, your own illusion. Seeing the illusion of what can be seen is one thing, but to see your own illusion, that is the most difficult one. And only when you are capable of looking into your illusion, then you can act.